Hey, hey, awaken beauties. So I'm not a negative Nelly here, but I want to talk about something really important. And the top 4 negative feelings that are aging you faster is what we're going to be talking about. Now, self-awareness is key when we're awakening at a deeper level. And it's really challenging to change without an awareness of the necessity to change upon. So in this case, what you don't know may be hurting you. So first, let's start with the first emotion, which is depression. And dealing with depression is a fundamental in having a satisfying life. And that's why we pursue mindfulness, energetic and mood boosting techniques and solutions, right? So a recent study provides you a little bit more motivation. And researchers have found that negative thoughts can actually lead to premature cell death, and which includes accelerated aging. So how? The lifespan of a cell is dictated in part by a cellular structure called telomeres, which protects genetic data and helps cells divide. This is key. And each time a cell divides, however the telomere shortens, eventually becomes too short and the cell dies prematurely over time as we age. And in an analysis of studies including more than 7,000 people, researchers discovered that telomeres were significantly shorter in people suffering from depression compared to their happier counterparts. Now, next up, hostility. Taming your response to a person who maybe just cut you off or pissed you off and budging in front of you at the grocery store, whatever that is, do not sugarcoat it because it's adding years to your life, suggests research from a university college in London. Now, hostile thoughts are seen to shorten these cellular structures, leading to premature aging of our cells, the telomeres, and you. Next is cynicism, and doubting and being skeptical of any new or different idea points to a study that it was published by the Journal of Behavioral Medicine. And they basically found that cynical individuals had a much, much higher risk of a heart attack, depression, metabolic disease, and their aging cells dying sooner. And next is pessimism. Expecting the worst is really truly the worst. And in a study, pessimism and telomere length, researchers found that pessimism for both men and women was linked to poor health and other telomeres, which pessimists developed cancer or heart disease, progressed faster over time, and had an earlier stage of death. Now, the last is ruminating. Getting stuck in a rut is different from healthy reflection and a healthy future vision of yourself and your goals. So if you're analyzing that same situation over and over again, rumination is likely cause to increase anxiety and depression, linking back to our previous research. And high levels of the stress hormone cortisol and elevated heart rate just shortens the cell death again. So other feelings such as suppression, even comparison, and all of these different emotions also elevate cortisol and neurohormones in our brain, in our body. And it sends that message of life support to our organs, in our gut, in our liver, in our heart, which again, then go over this rapid response of stress in the body, oxidization, and shortened telomeres. So telomeres and the study of telomerase is really the age-old study of aging and anti-aging. But the point I wanted to bring to you today in this short video is that these common feelings, because they are feelings, and feelings and or thoughts create the feeling, and the feelings create the thoughts. And so there's this constant twirling and spinning of the wheels. So when you have a feeling and it creates a thought, or I'm depressed or I'm anxious, I mean, anxious is just a bunch of anxious thoughts all at once. And so I really highly encourage you to start going through. Depressed is basically an unmet expectation that you've gone so far down the road of that low energetic frequency that you yourself cannot get yourself out of. So thought work, having somebody else step in and help you, hypnotherapy, clinical hypnotherapy, energetic work, all of these things can help to elevate our frequency so we can elevate our thinking, in which elevated thinking and frequency prolongs our life. And I'm not talking about positive thinking, because positive thinking is a reflection of living a fulfilling life and an energetic level that is based on your values, that is walked out every day by knowing who you are and your true soul essence. And all of that sounds so esoteric and so woo-woo, but it's the process and it's the path to actually fulfilling and feeling fulfilled in life. And so if you're feeling suppression, if you're feeling depression, if you're feeling anxiety or cynicism or skepticism, the future you has the potential to be bright, beautiful, and super loud in your leadership and serving the community. The thing in the way from the past to the future you is you and your mind and your thinking. And that can be updated. So stay tuned. I'm going to be developing I've already developed it. I'm going to be releasing the master course in Unlike the Garden of Your Mind, the path to less stress and an ultimately bright future. So I hope that this kind of turned on some science plus woo on the facts that stress actually does age you, and how you think is shortening your telomeres, which induces cell death that then cannot be revived over time and makes you look tired and keeps you wired and fired up. So anyways, all my love, all my light. Hope you enjoyed this. Talk soon.